have tons and tons of felt scraps and not know what to do with them? Are you super crafty and don't like the idea of throwing away perfectly good scraps? Then I have a project for you. I feel like that was the best infomercial introduction that I could have done. All right, need to know what to do with all those scraps? How about make a super fun Scrappy Banner? Okay, I can't wait to show you how simple and easy this is. And honestly, I'm so excited to put this up for my kiddos' birthday parties or like my birthday party now, and just have this up because it's just so fun and rainbow color. You could literally have this guy up all year round. And it is giving me such a purpose for all of my scraps because honestly, it's just like, what do you, like, I don't need this, but I don't want to throw it away because it's a perfectly good piece of felt. So naturally I hold on to way too much stuff, and now this is giving me such a brand new purpose on what to do with them. The first thing you're going to want to do is gather all of your scraps. Some of these colors are discontinued. I don't like carrying them anymore. So I mean, like, this is a pretty big piece of felt, but I'm not going to use it for any of my projects. So I'm going to use it for this, which is perfect. So I am lining up all of my felt here. I'm using a cutting mat here, a self-healing cutting mat. I've got a handy dandy ruler. I'm going to cut these about 3 inches by about 3/4 of an inch. So like this one, whatever, it's not going to make full 2, so I'm cheating it a little bit. They do not have to be perfect, and I just sit there and I'm just cutting little strips in the whatever colors you have. I'm not worried about colors. I'm not worried about what order I'm going in. I am just sitting here and cutting up strips. The cutting with the rotary blade and a ruler make this go way faster. If you're cutting this by hand, I feel like they might be a little wonky, but totally doable. So, I mean, you could easily just go through and cut a bunch of these as well. And just create basically a gigantic collection of felt strips. So I spent the time cutting a bunch of felt strips. I'm probably just gonna do this whenever I have some spare time. I'm just gonna cut a bunch of these so I can just keep making them and making them because they're so easy and fun, and I feel like putting them all over the house would be so much fun. So I'm probably gonna make a few extra as well and put them in my shop. So when I do have them available, I'll have some pre-made in my shop for you to buy, or you can just make them yourself. If you don't have scrap felt laying around, I do sell felt in my shop, link below, and you can actually like custom pick exactly what colors you want to do this. So you don't have to do random crazy rainbow colors. If you want an all purple one, just get a few different shades of purple and do that, or just all solid color, whatever you want. You can make this completely custom to yourself. I just really like the idea of reusing my scraps and pieces that I don't feel good about throwing away, and it just makes me so good knowing that they have a future and they still can be made into something beautiful. So let's talk about how easy this is. Okay, so the first thing I grab is just some good heavy duty twine. I like this because it's thick and it's rigid and it's not gonna, you know, fall apart or break on you at all. So the first thing I do is I just figure out what length I want to do and cut that length. So I started with a 6-foot banner because I thought that would be a good place to start. 6 feet is always great, and you can do little loops and have lots of wiggle room with it. So I am using a needle. This is a long needle that's got a large eye, so you can string in the twine. And then all I'm doing is just randomly picking scraps. There is no absolute rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing one and starting to thread it on. So I go somewhere right in the middle on the bottom and then pinch it and then go up the top. And this is just giving it a little bit more of a flair than having just a bunch of flat pieces kind of circling. This just gives it a little bit of oomph to it and more dimension and volume versus, you know, just flat pieces. So because this is a larger needle and I'm trying to get thick twine through this, it does take a little patience, and all I'm doing is just rolling my needle back and forth until it goes through. It will eventually go through. It just kind of takes a little bit of pressure, but all I'm doing is literally folding it on my needle and rolling it and working it through. Some colors have denser fibers and it's harder to get through. Some have looser fibers and it's really easy to get through, but you just do it. So this is my fun little craft doing, you know, I'm watching a movie late at night, or the kids are playing soccer, or I'm watching the kids play outside for whatever reason, and it just gives me something to kind of do with my hands, but you don't have to think. So this takes about, I kind of measured it out, about 32 strips per 6 inches. So you need quite a bit of strips in order to do like a 6-foot banner. So to do about 6 feet, I need about 385-ish felt strips, which is quite a bit. But to be honest, I probably have that sitting here, and it took me maybe like an hour to cut all this up. And it was kind of soothing. I threw on a show and I was just cutting strips. And it made me feel good to get rid of my gigantic scrap bin. So you're just gonna kind of keep rolling them on, and I'm doing a very random order, as you can see. I'm like not even thinking about it. I'm just grabbing and putting on and threading. So that's all it is. You're gonna just keep on going. And then you're just gonna smush it all the way to the end. Oh, look at that. I've already started one. So I have quite a bit of work to go on finishing this one, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to make this, and a really great way to recycle all your scraps instead of just tossing them. So I really, really hope that you would consider making this project and having a super fun time making this scrappy banner. And let me know in the comments what you think about it and what color scheme that you would like to see it. Do you like the random rainbow? Do you like the very coordinated rainbow? What color scheme would you use? So be sure to comment that below. Check out all my shop links, and if you want to snag your own felt to make your own very custom colored garland or banner, or just check out my shop and see if I've got one ready in the shop for you just to buy if you're just like, whatever. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like and notification bell so that you are the first to know on all the new fun projects that are coming down at the Hardwood Forest. Thanks guys, see you later.